do a lot of things well, but they also have troubles matching up on defense. If they can correct that, anything can happen.
Moorhead finished their regular season with 4 wins and 4 losses. They had a 2-game win streak heading into the second half of the season with wins over Tech and tonight's opponent, Sartell, and then went on the road. Actually, at home, lost to Alexandria 24-14, which might have been their best game of the season.
That was a real good game, and I tell you what, Alexandria, they were fun to watch. They're pretty explosive.
And then Sauk Rapids finished up the regular season. That was one of the more interesting contests that we've been a part of.
That was fun last week.
35-28. Never got more than a touchdown apart.
Nope, and we had made a comment earlier in the third quarter. Whoever had the ball last was going to win the game, and doggone it, Sauk Rapids didn't get to run the clock out.
It is with a heavy heart that tonight's game is being played, as we all are aware that the Spuds lost an assistant coach, Jason Thielgis, this past day. And the team has decided that this can be played and will be played to remember him with all the fondest of memories as we get ready to start tonight's game. We'll be back and have the opening kickoff and more when we return after this timeout.
At this time, please rise as we honor America and listen to the playing of our national anthem from the Moorhead High School Pep Band. And now let's meet the starters for the Sabres of Sartell. The offensive starters, number 3, Will Mathiasen. Number 5, Levi Freeler. Number 12, Austin Lair. Number 14, Andrew Tavalli.
Corner with Greg Bird. We found out that both coaches think that at this point in the point of season that they've established the fact that they've had gains in the quality of play and that they're ready to take on more highly regarded teams here at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I like how he stated that too. He says, we've got a season under our belts now. So they've played the regular season, and so none of you guys are young anymore. You're vets.
And that's one way the coach is saying, get ready to play.
Get ready. Yeah, put that chin strap on and strap it up.
Moorhead started the season with a win over Spring Lake Park, then took a loss to Rogers. And Rogers is rolling right along as they get into Section 5 play. Bemidji, a win. Brainerd, a loss. And the Spuds were 2-2 after the first half of the season, and that's the way the second half finished as well. 2 straight wins over St. Cloud Tech and Sartell, 2 straight losses to Alexandria and Sauk Rapids. Of course, the winner here tonight will make its trip to Brainerd to take on the Warriors on Saturday with time yet to be determined.
Yes, I'm not sure when it's being. If they win this one tonight, I look forward to going to Brainerd because that's a team that Moorhead can handle. It was just got out of hand a little bit, but that's a good football team too. The
traveling Whites of Sartell And the home-standing blacks with orange number and trim of the Moorhead Spuds getting ready to battle it out here tonight. Meanwhile, the other quarterfinal game rather has Bemidji taking on St. Cloud Tech.
Yep.
Be interesting to see how that one turns out.
Yeah, Bemidji kind of stumbled at the end of the year, but you know, when they get that running game going, that thing's hard to stop, and I look to see Bemidji winning that one. I really do.
Spud's offensive starters, Joel Egerdahl at a tight end. We've got a host of receivers that we know we'll see throughout the day, including tonight Owen Theolges. Along with him, DJ Smith, Rain Battle, Jamison Dunlap, Rufus Kermere, and David Mack, and he's a player that we have seen now in recent games. He's he's another one of the ninth graders.
Yeah, and he just kind of, well, what happened last week is that Jamison Dunlap got dinged up, so they had to play him, and you know what? He did a nice job.
He did a great job. Jake Erdman is the steady performer at left side tackle. Ashton Speaker, Drew Berneking, Evan Benedict rounding things out at that front line. And in the backfield, Tay Rich, who is along with Kate Almendinger, kind of a good 1-2 punch.
It really is. You know, Tay, if he can, he runs with a good pad level, but when he gets in the open, he's electric. Oh, man, he can run.
And then Jet Feeney rounds out things with the start. It was a little concerned at the start of the season whether a ninth grader would be capable to handle the pressure of the bigness and the strength of the opponent, but Jet Feeney has done just that fine.
He has answered the bell, as you say. There's times where you'll see Jet and then go, yep, that's a ninth grader, you know.
But we've also seen seniors make those same mistakes
yeah,
too.
exactly. And then all of a sudden he steps up in the pocket and he's got nice touch and he's come a long way, and he doesn't look like a ninth grader. Well, yeah, when he's got his helmet off, he looks like
then he looks like a 4-year-old.
Yes, he does.
I may have overstated that just a bit.
5-year-old.
Yeah. Spuds are kicking off, so they will be defensively to start the game, but as we tee it up on the far hash mark, they'll kick it left to right. Tay Rich becomes the place kicker in situations such as this, and they will line up and accept a kick somewhere in the vicinity of the 10-yard line. There is a strong breeze blowing across field, and it will affect the ability to pass or even kick the ball in a certain way, as this one rolls all the way out to the far side.
It got in the end zone.
It got into the end zone. That's a touchback.
That's a nice. I tell you what, that was just kind of a nice low kick. That wind's kind of coming from right out of the north. I'm glad I'm not on the Sartell sideline.
Yeah, that's a little bit rugged there tonight. So
yeah,
our hats off to the Sartell fans that are here, because the wind is coming straight on. And as everybody knows, in Fargo and Moorhead and the surrounding areas, when you put up a football press box, you always face south. That's
yeah, well, we're kind of south.
In motion, they set the tight ends. Starting for is Austin Lahr. Back to pass and throwing up the field. He's going deep right away, and it's up for grabs, and it's picked off. It is Owen Theolges, and then he drops it, and then they scramble after it, and again it's picked up. I'm not sure what his mindset was, but it turned out okay. But there was a lot of scrambling as Owen Theolges fielded it, returned it, dropped it, picked it up, dropped it, and it's first down Moorhead.
And then Ron Otto got a carry off it too. He picked it up, dropped it, picked it up, and then picked up an extra 3 yards. So they're going to have nice field position here.
Spuds take over after one play by Sartell, and it's a first down at the Sabres' 48-yard line. Two receivers wide far left side. Single receiver near side is DJ Smith. As they reset the offensive line, double pistol. Here's the lean and the handoff. It's Cade Almendinger. Oh, my goodness. And there he goes, still on his feet and running all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Yep.
Cade Almendinger with a busting run off tackle to pick up pretty good yardage.
That's really nice. He came out right out with, and had two backs in the backfield, so just ran an old-fashioned isolation play, and the fullback, and I'm not sure who it was, got on the linebacker, and then Cade just gets that pad level and goes.
So the Spuds are threatening early. It's a receiving core wide out far left side, single pistol formation now with Cade Almendinger in the backfield. DJ Smith lining up and heading out to the far side. The play goes to Allmendinger, and the play finally goes down inside the 20. As we've noted on a couple of occasions, it seems that the pile just never really comes to a stop. It continues to move on and on and on, and the Spuds are able to make good use of that one as they picked up 8 yards.
Yeah, they ran just ran power off to the left that time, and boy, I tell you what, Larry, they got movement on the left side of the ball on that one, and he found a space and picked up about, 7 yards?
Tay Rich has checked into the Spuds lineup. DJ Smith wide, far left side. And the tight ends, the two tight ends, shift from left to right, take their location on the near side. Back to pass, Jet Feeney swings one out. He's got his man wide open. There's DJ Smith in the end zone for the touchdown. Well, it didn't take long. Spuds score quickly.
Yep. Wow, 4 plays. And on that one, DJ Smith ran a pivot route where he started to come inside and then pivoted back outside. Caught the ball, and he had a receiver out there blocking for him. Just got enough of him, and you're not going to catch him when he goes down the sideline with that speed.
19-yard pass completion to DJ Smith has put the Spuds on top now as we await the point after try. With the placement, the approach, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Spuds waste no time at all, defensively and offensively. And with 10:24 to go as we get underway, it's Moorhead 7 and Sartell nothing. Spud kickoff was picked up at the 15-yard line and returned from there. And as they were leaning in to make the tackle, the host of flags came along as well. And waiting now to see what the officials have decided. Right, they're standing at the 32-yard line. And Moorhead is standing its ground right there, too. So we must assume that there's the holding penalty against
Blocking the back.
Sartell for blocking in the back.
Yep. I thought it was going to be a face mask the way they threw that.
Yeah. And it seemed that way. So the yardage is marked off now against the Spuds, and they will put it down in the vicinity of the 22-yard line. So with that, the Sabres will try it again. They have had one play. It was an interception, and the Spuds turned around and made it into a 7-point turnaround. Here's a quick toss on the near side on the screen pass, and the Spuds cover it nicely.
Wow.
Play is right there. It looked like he might have a stat, but it's Rain Battle who comes up with the play and the stop. I think Owen Thiel just also helped out on the play. And at the 20-yard line, it is second down, a loss of 2.
Yeah, and that was a nice read by Owen Fields. They ran that bubble screen to the left, and he's in that alley over there at that safety spot, and he got there right first and made him bounce it back inside. Then Rain Battle came in and cleaned it up.
Austin Lahr has brought his team up to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation, back and looking, leaning and throwing and overthrowing. He had some pressure coming right straight down into his face mask. And the play goes incomplete, waiting to see who was covering on the play. That looked like Javid Carlson.
That was Javid that almost sacked him. And Moorhead ran an inside blitz in the B gap, which the running back picked up. But nobody picked up Javid. He's basically unabated to the quarterback, so the quarterback had to throw that ball a little early.
So it goes as an incompletion, and it stays and 12, third down and 12, with the receiving core wide out far right side, waiting in the shotgun. Back to pass.
Shovel pass.
And the little push forward pass, they managed to get across the 25. up to the 27. It turns into about a 5-yard gain on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
And good job again by filling that time by Rain Battle. He just came in from that spot, came back in. They ran a little shovel pass that time, faked it to the one back, then ran the shovel pass. And Moorhead, their linebackers did a nice job of staying at home and giving that just a short gain.
Unable to pick up a 1st down. Thielges is back in punt return, standing near the 40-yard line. Moorhead has grabbed an early 7-0 lead, and here's the punt by Sartell. Not very deep, and bouncing off to the far side. He'll track it down, and there's the pickup. He'll look for some room, and there really isn't any. And he got spun around and swung around, and down he goes. But good field position for the Spuds offense at their own 35-yard line, already leading 7-0.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was trying to pick that ball up, and it wouldn't take the right bounce for him. It was one of those end-over-end kicks, and finally it took the right bounce. But by then, there was a whole lot of Sabres down there.
Moorhead Public Schools enrollment is projected to increase from 14 to 17% in the next 10 years. The district is beginning a facilities planning process, a community task force of 30 members. They've started their meetings in September, and they will continue to put a plan together for the next 10 years. You can follow the progress on the district's website. It's 1st down, and here's a flag. And the play continues on, but false start the call. And that'll bring it all back. It was a 15-yard gain on a nice run. The left tacklers, would-be tacklers, in the straining behind the play, and it all comes back.
Yeah, they actually had the two outside guys jumped, and it was a running play back. The left ran power back there. Tay Rich found a nice hole and seam and picked up about 14 yards, but unfortunately, it's going to come back.
He's one of those players that things are going to explode once he gets a little more game experience, and remembering that he's just a 9th grader too, and he's learning how to read the holes developed by his offensive line. The offensive line also very young, as they have come of age here down the stretch of this football season. It's 1st down and 15 Moorhead. As they move it left to right, 4 receivers on the near side. Back to pass, Jet Feeney. He's got his man, and it is Owen Thielges at the 40 to the 41, and he's gang tackled there finally and down. Turned into a 10-yard gain right at the 41-yard line, leaving the Spuds now on 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Owen. He just ran an in route, came down squared it in after about 10 yards, and there was just he threw that ball between the linebacker and the safety in that open spot, and let him right in there. That was a nice throw, and that's a good catch. And Owen's got really good hands. When he touches the ball, it's usually going to get tucked away.
Out of the huddle, 2nd down and 5. Line to gain the 45-yard line for Moorhead as they put 3 receivers wide out far side. Making the adjustments. Here's an up and over the top play. One-handed jab by Rain Battle. And as he tried to tuck it in, it slipped away and fell out of play, out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was just a deep fade that time. He just took off down the sideline, and I like what Chet Feeney did. He threw that ball outside before he was open. He knew he was going to clear it, kind of, I call it throwing it in the bucket downfield, and he got there, but Rain couldn't get both hands up.
3rd and 5 for the Spuds, needing to reach the 45-yard line here on this 3rd down play. 3 receivers wide out far left side, pistol formation, man in motion. And now there are 4 receivers in a cluster. There's the screen pass set up. The pass is complete and closing in on the 1st down. It looked like he broke the plane with that, but maybe just inches short. Yep. And I'm thinking on 4th down at midfield here, the Spuds generally, historically, will just keep on plugging along.
They just keep plugging, and they'll do that thing where if they stay in a regular defense and don't have anybody back, then we'll probably see him step back and do the quick kick. But it's only 4th, and it's inches.
It's just inches.
It's
so
inches.
I'm guessing they'll put something forward into this into this play.
Yep.
And now it'll be a 5-yard. Well, no, they're not going to call it.
No.
There was somebody moving forward, unless it was the quarterback.
It was the quarterback, and actually wasn't the quarterback. It was Cade Allmendinger took the direct snap, and he stepped, and they snapped it right when he kind of stepped forward, and that gave him the advantage, and he stayed right behind the center and got the 1st down.
Not like it's a very big deal, but that fooled me completely. And so with that, the first down gained at the 46-yard line as they close in on the midfield stripe. Spuds with receivers, the tight ends shifting off to the far side. And the snap is high, and that allows Sartell to get into the backfield, and they put on a big hit. As they read that play perfectly well to make the stop from big yardage lost, and it's second down.
Yeah, I tried to run power to the left, high snap like that, and that really messes up the timing of the play because the back had to stop and wait for Jet to get the ball down into him, and that's hard to hold a block that long.
Tay Rich has checked into the Spuds lineup. He'll line up in the backfield. Three receivers on the near side of the field as Moorhead goes left to right here in the first quarter. They've grabbed a 7-0 lead and have the ball at midfield. Here's a quick toss on the screen, set up for Rich. He makes the catch. He makes the run.
Wow.
He's across midfield and at the sideline. Continues on upfield, but finally ran out of room at the sideline. Not before he picked up a first down.
And I tell you what, nice blocking by DJ Smith and Owen Fields is out there, and then Jamison Dunlap also got a piece of him, and they created a little space for him to run through, and he saw it, and he got great yards on that.
To the 43-yard line where the chains have been placed now, and this drive for Moorhead continues. It started back around their own 30-yard line on the exchange, and a couple of first down later, Spuds are in enemy territory with 5:38 to play. As they line up, tight end moves from the near side to the far side. Back and looking, Jet Feeney whistles one in, completed. And it's at the 30 to the 25, inside the 20, still on his feet before he has three different Sartell players needed to bring down the play, and it's first down Moorhead.
Yeah, and that was just a nice outcut by the receiver at the time, and I'm not sure who it was. Oh, yeah, I knew it was Rain Battle. And you know, Rain's a strong kid. He had a little open space there, and then when they were trying to tackle him, he just kind of moved the pile by himself, and he's a pretty strong kid.
He's strong. Rufus Kermia has checked into the lineup now for the Spuds. And more substitutions changed to make sure there are 11 players on the field for this next look at the line. Spotted down at the 16. From there, the Spuds have it 1st and 10. Wide receivers near side. Up and over the top, trying to set up a screen, and it had to alter the throw, and he threw it off to the far side, incomplete.
Yeah, and they sold the house. They brought both inside linebackers that time, and nice job of just throwing the ball away because he was going to get sacked, and they brought more than they could block.
It sets up second down. Again, a reminder, this is quarterfinal play as far as Section 8 football is concerned. The winner will move into semifinal play Saturday at Brainerd. In motion to the far side. This play has stopped, and the snap has made. A quick screen pass again to the near side. Oh, he left the defender all the way out to the far side and finally had to be pushed out of bounds, but it was at the 1-yard line. Owen Steele just with a nice catch and run for a 1st and goal.
And that was a nice deal. He just ran a little hitch route, and then he turned outside away from that corner that was covering him and broke an arm tackle, and he was close to getting in. And you know, you look at like a kid like Owen, he sees that goal line. You could tell, I got to get in there.
Very competitive, that's for sure. When the pay dirt is right there to grab a hold, and the Spuds now on the verge. As they send receiver wide out far left side. Everybody else pretty much in tight, in close. A short yardage formation, but not before this timeout taken. I'm not sure they lined up the way Kevin Feeney had hoped they would. And that brings us to the 4:43 mark. In the first quarter of play, it's Moorhead 7 and Sartell 0.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Well, Tay Rich got the call coming out of the timeout, and he tried to back his way in, but Sartell had his number, and they turned him around and prevented his step across the goal line. And so that brings up a second down situation now for the Spuds inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he actually lost a yard on it.
So they're spotting it back at the 2 now.
Yep.
And here's the look. Jet Feeney waits for the snap. He accepts and hands it off left side. Kane Albendinger, I think, on the carry. And again, they had a pretty good idea who was going to get the call. And that meant Trevor Schmidt came up to make the stop on Albendinger. And it brings up third down.
Yeah, Moorhead tried to run that little ISO play to the left at the time, and they're stepping their linebackers up in the A gaps, and there's not a lot of room. If they don't get any movement, there's no room. They're really bringing their linebackers up tight.
Spud's trying to improve on a 7-0 lead as they line up for this play inside the 2 yard line. And the snap is back, and a quick slant pass into the end zone. Did he make the catch? Waiting to see.
Yep.
Apparently, yes. I have not seen the signal, but there it is, and it is Almendinger. And Moorhead has scored. And with 3:22 remaining, they line up now for the point after.
It was actually Owen Thielges on a slant.
Yeah, they made the correction too.
Yep, made on a slant pass to the left. I tell you, boy, the ball was thrown just perfect, and he went down and got it and rolled in the end zone.
DJ Smith opened up the scoring on a 19-yard reception. Owen Thielges on a 2-yard play, and the extra point is good. And with 3:22 now yet to play in the first quarter, it's Moorhead 14 and Sartell nothing. Well, Tay Rich lined up for the kickoff, and he angled it off to the far side and ended up kicking it out of bounds. And so with that penalty, it comes out to the 35-yard line, and it's first down for Sartell. Still looking to get outside of their own end zone area as they have fallen behind here 14-0. As they set up on the far right hash mark. Sartell going right to left. And the receivers to the near side. A couple of dangerous threats, including Caden Garlock on the way wide, and the inside was Levi Freeler. But a false start apparently is the call, and that will cost Sartell 5.
It's going to be against Moorhead. They were trying to time an inside blitz that time, and when Jack Olsted broke the plane before the ball was snapped.
So the 5 yards is marked off against the Spuds, and it'll be second down play from there and at the 40, so second and 5. Or first and 5, rather. First and 5.
Yep, first and 5.
Line to gain the 45. Sartell, Lar at quarterback. Handoff, right side, looking for some room. Will Mathiasen works his way across midfield, and he was closing in for a first down rush, and he got it.
Yep.
Will Mathiasen, who was a very important player for the Sabres in their first meeting, played in Sartell. First carry here tonight gets him a first down.
Yeah, and he's a big, strong back, and they ran power to their right side that time and getting away from Moorhead's middle stuff a little bit. And he carried a couple of guys and kept his legs churning and got the first down. He did a nice job on that play.
And right out to the 45-yard line. Needed 10, got 10. The snap is back. And play is slowed. Mathiasen gets a second straight call, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage and driven down, driven back. He may have gained a yard, but he may have been stopped right at the line of scrimmage as well. Let's see where they mark him. There was no gain on the play.
Yeah, and again, Jack Olsted blitzed again from his linebacker spot and almost got to the back as he was getting the ball, slowed him down, and then a host of Spuds came and helped clean up, but nicely timed blitz.
Austin Lahr at quarterback. Man in motion to the near side, Andrew Tavala. And another stop and play with a procedure type of penalty against Moorhead. They lost 5 here a minute ago.
Going to lose 5 again.
And lose 5 here.
And Larry, what's happening? Moorhead is blitzing quite a bit from the
and the timing. Then it's just a matter of timing.
And the timing's not there, and he broke the plane that time again. And when they know they're going to blitz, they get a little excited.
I would say, yeah. Receivers to the near side, handoff to the right side, Mathiasen, no. Spud spot the fake handoff, and Rain Battle comes cruising into the play and puts the stop on Jamison Kramer.
Yeah, and that time I think he missed the handoff, and then he fumbled it, and he picked it, and then the quarterback picked it right back up, and then Rain Battle was going to have nothing to do with that and said, nope, you're going down, and he did a nice job. That was a nice tackle.
Loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 9. First down marker, the line to gain marker is at the 45-yard line across the midfield stripe as the Sabres break out of their huddle with 1:48 to go here in the opening quarter. And before the snap is made, a timeout is taken and play has stopped. It is called by Sartell. 1:45 to play first quarter. In Moorhead, it is the Spuds 14 and Sartell nothing.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Tay Rich
back in his position, waits for the pass to come down and intercepts at the 30. Tay Rich works his way upfield, tight roping the sideline down to the 20 to the 10, and Tay Rich, and it's all coming back. He was in for the point, for the touchdown, but no, it is brought back. Now the flag is lying somewhere near the 37. And with that, it got the crowd excited for a moment. And now we'll check it out and see. It is against Moorhead, so that nullifies the play.
Yeah, it was a legal block in the back. And what's too bad about it is that it happened on
the
the other hash mark. It's like, put that back in your pocket. It didn't affect the play, but it's still illegal.
So they bring it back, and it will belong at the 30-yard line, 29-yard line. First down Moorhead at that point. So for a moment, it looked like the Spuds had broken up an interception return.
That wasn't a block in the back. It was a late hit on the quarterback.
Okay. So with that, here's the pitch out to the far side. And with the play, it goes down. Yvonne Salmon coming up with the play from his corner's position after a gain that sets the ball down at the 36-yard line.
That was a good job by Yvonne because they ran that quick pitch outside, and they back it out in a hurry, and he came up and rode him out of bounds for, I thought that was going to be more than a 3-yard gain. Good job. 2nd
and 7 now for Sartell as they have it for the first time in Moorhead territory. Counter play to the near side. Spuds come up and make the stop. Oh, my. What a big-time play. The stop was made on Andrew Tavali, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, nice job by Rain Battle. They ran kind of a little counter play, faked it one way and then brought it on an inside handoff back on almost like a sweep. And Rain Battle did just a great job of staying at his position and not letting that guy get outside. Then made a nice sure tackle, Larry.
More and more we see Rain Battle being involved in instrumental plays, whether it's offense or defense. Has the play out of the huddle, lines up, back, looking, handoff. There's the little scramble off to the far side. Looked like Caden Garlock. And not quite enough for the first down. They'll make a fourth down play coming up and still needing a full yard, almost 2.
Yeah, and then they'll go for this, for sure. Where the ball that's on the 30 doesn't do them any good to punt. Nice job. They again ran that little power play to the right, and Garlic, he gets out there. He's got some nice speed, and I thought, he's going to go farther. But Moore did a nice job of reining him in.
Look for the game to belong to either Caden Garlock and Will Mathiasen offensively for Sartell. And Scott Henches is rolling his way onto the field, and he wants a timeout before the play is snapped. So, and not only that, but it's the end of the first quarter. We'll return to Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead. It's the Spuds 14 and Sartell nothing.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
Nice.
Coming back in, and officially that was a timeout taken by Scott Henches. It came right at the 0-0 mark, but at the end of the quarter, it also indicated that the clock was inadvertently stopped, and should have been stopped a little earlier.
Yeah.
And so they did put the 2 seconds back up on the board. And when we came back after the timeout call, they ran the play. And now, officially, we are at the end of the first quarter. At least I presume so.
Yeah, it's the end of the quarter. And that was kind of a neat little play. They put a guy in motion, faked the jet sweep to him, and then the quarterback ran it like a keeper right up the middle. And he knew where the first down marker was and got the first down. This is the deepest they've been in Ward's territory tonight.
14-0, Moorhead with the lead after the first quarter. The Spuds were able to get a completion to DJ Smith for the first score. And then the Spuds put up a late run in the first quarter and lead it now 14-0 as the play will head in left to right for Sartell as they try to crack through here on the Spuds and get on the board. Mathiasen, with the look, Levi Freeler goes in motion, and the play goes off the left side. Nice hole opened up and a nice run against the pressure that was applied to get down to the 22. And Rain Battle again comes up with the stop after Sartell picked up 5 yards.
Yeah, and that was a nice little play. They ran it like they were going to run a jet sweep, and he cut it up. He saw it in an alley, and he got most of those yards on his own when he came around the corner like that.
Well, working this play off the far left hash mark. Mathiasen is in the backfield to take the snap. He leans back and throws. And this is picked off again. Owen Thielges is still on his feet, but he got turned around and spun around and hung on to and brought down. So unofficially the third interception, officially the second interception of the night. We had one that was returned all the way, but it was because of a penalty flag.
Which was too bad. Yeah, roughing quarter, but nice job. That time they faked like a sweep, and then they faked the draw, and then he tried to throw a little dump pass over to the top, and Owen just stayed back up with that tight end. Did a nice job. Made a nice pick.
Another penalty has been assessed to the Spuds.
half the distance with an illegal
Yeah,
block
and
in the back.
they're spotting it down at the 5-yard line from there. And so a 95-yard field for the Spuds as we get underway here early in the second quarter. Under the St. Cloud Tigers are battling out tonight against the Bemidji Lumberjacks. And the winner there will take on Alexandria, who finished the season as the number 1 seed.
And we can get live updates from Spud TV because she's got a clock up so she can get the score. Technology stuff I don't understand.
Well, a long visit at the sideline before being put out into the field. And now the play will start from the 5-yard line.
Wow.
And we've learned that St. Cloud has taken an early lead. Now, they just had one win on the season, and it was against Sartell. But they lead at 14-7 on Alexandria. Here's a play out towards the 25-yard line. And DJ Smith comes up with the catch and a first down.
What a nice play. Just basically a quick post, 5 yards, and get in there. He got behind the linebacker, and I tell you, Feeney put that thing right on the money, and all he had to do is tuck it away and catch it. Nicely done.
Out to the 25-yard line, the chains have been moved and put in place. Early second quarter of play, the Spuds make an adjustment now in their lineup.
Rufus.
As Rufus Kermie has checked in. He is one of 4 receivers in the formation, 1 to the far side, 3 now to the near side. And all alone in the backfield is quarterback Jet Feeney. He lines up to throw. He's pushed out of the pocket, and he goes down. The ball was thrown, apparently, and they're going to rule it as an in. Well, let's see what the ruling was. If there's nobody there, and it's.
Well, he was outside of the player, outside of what they call the tackle box. But when he throws it like that, it has to cross the line of scrimmage, and I think that's what they're discussing. I don't think the ball crossed the line of scrimmage, so we might get a light flag.
There it is. And he caught it himself, and
then dropped it.
No, he threw it down. And so waiting now for the administration of this last set of plays.
Yeah, so it's gonna end up going half the distance to the goal line probably.
Here's the call.
Yeah, intentional
grounding.
So
against Jet Feeney.
Loss of down.
And a loss of down goes with that.
Yep.
And that will move it back. Let's see where they spotted it. The flag was in the vicinity of the 8-yard line, so half the distance there would put it at about the 4.
That's second in a whole bunch of real estate right now.
And the first down marker is out at the 35. So with that in mind and a little bit of math work, the Spuds need 31 yards. Wide receivers to the near side. Man in motion out of the backfield. Here's a look upfield, Jet Feeney. Throws it onto the near side and gets loose up to the 15.
Tay.
And Tay Rich makes the catch and the run down at the 16-yard line.
Oh, that was Kate Almendinger, Larry. That's my fault. Just running that bubble screen, he goes out there, so he's the 4th receiver. It's a 4 bunch out there, and he picked up about 7-8 yards off of that. But nice job by their number 5. Came over from Freeler came back from his spot at the safety and did a nice job of stopping that although that was going to be a bigger gain.
3rd down and 18 for the Spuds, deep in their own end of the field. Pistol formation, 3 receivers far right side. Here's the drop in the pocket and looking and being chased. He's got some room now to the far side. He's got just enough speed to get to the edge, but not enough speed to turn upfield and pick up the first down. And so it'll be 4th down from there, but still about 3, maybe 4 yards needed.
Yeah, nice job. And he was getting the pressure, and it was just fun watching. He kept looking back, see where that guy was, and when he tried to plant, he kind of lost his footing, and he went down. He was trying to cut it back because he could see where the first down marker was, and he just didn't quite make it there, Larry.
And so with that, David Carlson checks into the offensive unit. As the Spuds have a 4th down play, needing 3 yards, almost 3 yards to keep the drive going. Line to gain to 35. As they shift the tight end from far side, near side, rolling near side and looking. Jet Feeney looks, and it's deflected, but throwing up and wobbled to about the 35-yard line and then knocked away to the ground. So the Spuds unable to keep this drive going. They had a lot of not controversy, but a whole lot of situations that just would not allow them to move the ball upfield. And so they give the ball back to Sartell here in the first half of play. Still 9 minutes remaining, just about 9 minutes. And Moorhead holds on to a 14-0 lead. But now Sartell has a great opportunity with the ball at the Spud's 32.
Yeah, big sudden change for them on that.
See if that sparks Sartell the rest of the way as that defense has turned the ball over. Here's the snap back, and no place to go for Mathiasen. Then he works his way loose, and he's up the sideline, still on his feet and still running to about the 10 before he's run out of room and run out of play. Will Mathiasen.
Yeah, and Moorhead got caught on the blitz that time. They blitzed inside again, and I think they sensed that and ran a toss play back to the left, and there was a nice alley for him. He broke a tackle, and I thought he was going to go all the way. And I couldn't see who made the tackle, unfortunately, because it's dark over there.
Yeah. Here's the play.
There you go.
Off the left side. St. Cloud Tech is leading Bemidji now 21-7. With the winner there moving on to play Alexandria on Saturday. And meanwhile, the winner here, Moorhead and Sartell, the winner will make the drive to Brainerd to take on the Warriors again Saturday afternoon. Here come the Sabres on 2nd down and 8. Leaning and looking. He's got a man open. Up the... and then knocked away incomplete.
Yep. Basically, they ran a boot play out to their right, and the guy that he was throwing to, he just overthrew him by about a foot. You know, the kid never had an opportunity to get it. He was throwing on the run like that. He doesn't look like he's got a lot of good touch on that ball.
So the incompletion sets up a 3rd down situation for Sartell. Out of the huddle, 2 receivers on the near side. 1 wide, 1 in the slot. Now the tight end comes over in motion, and he'll lead the blocking. And the play comes. He's got the key set up, and he escapes and steps forward and then got wrangled as Owen Thiel just caught up to the play and wrestled him out of bounds.
That was a nice job by Owen. And all that was just they ran the old-fashioned sweep out to the right, had all kinds of people out there, and he's sitting back in that alley at the safety spot and did a nice job coming up. I thought he was going to score, and he just put a nice tackle on that guy.
It sets up a 4th down play for Sartell. 7.5 minutes to play first half. Sartell has been threatening to punch one in.
And they can get a first down here, Larry.
Yes. Yes, that's right. There is about 1.5 yards. And this play will be put to work when we return after this timeout. 7:14 remaining first half of play. It's Moorhead 14 and Sartell nothing.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
And before they got that last play to work, and so they called a timeout, get things reorganized, reset. And as they come onto the field after the break, the Spuds making their adjustments along the way. Quarterback Austin Lahr waits. Officials running out of the way. They'll switch spots. And and here's the play. It dropped to the ground and then picked up and thrown into the end zone and picked off. And it is Owen Thielges. Owen Thielges there to make the play, and that is his 3rd official or unofficial interception of the evening. 1 has been called back, and if that, I think that'd be the 3rd. So 4th overall, 3rd tonight. Owen Thielges with that turns it over to the Spud offense at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, they tried to do a little whoopsie doopsie there. You know, they tried to do a halfback pass, and the poor kid dropped the ball, so the timing got messed up, and then just threw a flutter ball in the end zone. And Owen's kind of a ball hawk.
Yeah, he's having a night.
Yes, he is.
Wide receiver DJ Smith checks in. He's in the huddle as the Spuds avoid a score from Sartell and continue to lead it 14-0. Wide receivers on the near side. One-on-one coverage from Carson Reichel. Off to the far side. Waiting for the snap, and there's Jet Feeney. A quick toss. He's got his man open, and the catch is made. And with that play, it comes inside of 7 minutes to go. Was that Jamison?
Jamison Dunlap, yep. And all that was, he was the inside twin out there. He just ran a 5-yard hitch. And, again, the timing of it is perfect. He comes out of his cut, ball's in the air, and then he got a little extra. So nice job. Nice play.
It sets up 2nd and 1. Jet Feeney with a pistol formation back behind him. Here's the turn and the handoff and the first down and a little bit more. He had a good burst. Cade Almendinger was there. He rammed it into the hole, slid forward, and then was brought down by Morris. Julius Morris from that front three was there to make the stop, but not before the Spuds had a first down.
Yeah, that's one of Moorhead's bread and butter plays. They just ran that isolation play off the right side. Needed 2, got 3.
6 minutes, clock running, first half. Moorhead with a 14-0 lead and the football. This drive started deep in their own end of the field. Here's the snap back and a inside handoff. Tay Rich, working his way across the 35 and perhaps about the 36. So that's about a 4-yard gain. Let's make it just a 3-yard pickup on the play to set up a second down situation.
Yep, just ran the ball inside with that wham play where they bring that up back, comes back in onside. And I tell you, they did a nice job. The linebacker stepped up. They read that right away, and there was not a lot of room there to run. So it was a nice defensive play by Sartell.
Jacob Rossland has checked in now. Late arrival, Rufus Kermey. And it's 2nd down and 8. And that second down play will come in a moment as Moorhead. Well, let's wait and see what takes place here first.
Illegal
the
substitution.
Officials, I think, yes, Kermey came on very late. And with that, that's a 5-yard penalty, and we'll move it to the 31-yard line. And so for being the 9th game of the season, both teams are going to look back and say, this maybe isn't as good as we could really be with all the little penalties that have been marked off.
Yeah, we shouldn't be making the mistake this time of year.
Here's the snap back. Jet Feeney rolls near side to look. He steps, he looks, he throws. He's got his man, secondary receiver, right at the first down marker, and then steps forward to move the change. Nice catch and run for Jacob Rossland. Yep. And on that catch, he has the run to pick up a first down.
Yeah, ran a boot play, and Feeney just kept stretching out, and he never took his eyes from downfield. It's kind of neat to watch a young quarterback like that. And he just threw a nice little feather pass to Jake, and Jake got the first down and more.
So the drive continues out to the 48. Line to gain has become the Sartell 42. Wide receivers to the far side. The tight end receivers line up now to block and work their play on the near side. And there's the run. Flag comes down. There's holding along the way. It all ended up in the Moorhead bench area.
That's too bad. That was a nice job by Cade reading all that stuff, but you can't block people in the back. Or hold them. I guess it's holding.
Regardless of what it's called.
It was there. It's going to cost them 10.
And it will be marked off from midfield.
Yeah, from the spot of the
and
ball.
Put it down right at the 40-yard line. So it becomes 1st and 18. They'll replay the down. So 1st and 18. 4:07 to go here, second quarter. Tightly contested so far. Spuds broke out early, led 14-0, still lead 14-0, stopping the Sabres scoring drives on 3 different occasions.
Uh-oh.
And there goes Jet Feeney. He simply looked upfield and everybody was covered. There were 3 coverage. There's triple coverage on the way upfield, and there was just no place to throw.
Nope, and then they brought the outside linebacker on Moorhead's right side, and when the back on that side came up to block him, and he kind of whiffed on him. That's who made the tackle. Drayden Prosby, who's usually a really good blocker. He just kind of whiffed on it a little bit.
This play will get underway with 3:23 remaining. The clock is running. Rain battle. Quick visit at the with Jet Feeney in the backfield before he takes off and sets on the far side. He's the lone receiver to the open side of the field.
Oh.
And Jet Feeney is caught, wrapped up, and sent home for Christmas. He's brought down right at the 25-yard line. That's a big, big loss.
Yeah, then that was Rufus Kermie. They were trying to run the jet sweep, and the linebacker on that side trickled through and dropped him for a loss. That was a nice job of fighting off the block to make that, and lucky that they didn't fumble because he tackled him about the same time that he got that little shovel pass for the jet sweep.
Third down and about 28. Third down and 27 according to the scoreboard. So look for something from Jet Feeney upfield. There's the handoff, and the play develops. Oh my, that quickness is all that it is cracked up to be as they work it up across the 40 to the 45, and then all the way to the 40. Tay Rich on the carry all the way to the 47-yard line.
That was a nice job up front by the Vikings. My gosh, by the Spuds, and that was basically just a little draw play to Tay. He had a little stutter step and got through there, and he picked up a whole lot here.
But still a whole lot more to go. It's 4th and 11. Let's see what Jet Feeney is. The Spuds are closing in on midfield.
Encroachment.
There comes the penalty flag.
Yeah.
This one will be against Sartell. They were in a hurry. They were anxious to have a meeting with Jet Feeney, and it cost him 5 yards, and the meeting will have to be delayed.
I wish we could tell from up here if he's doing like a hard count or something, because he got 3 of those defensive linemen jumped across and one made contact, and that makes it so that now it's a little bit more manageable, 4th and about 7.
It moves the ball across midfield and will spot down at the Sartell 48.
6.
Line to gain the 42-yard line. It's still 4th down. And that will, just a yard or 2 difference at this point on the field will make a difference as to the play call you make. 1:43 and clock running. Waiting for the ball to be declared ready. And still waiting to see. There's some delay between the referee out there, and now he's signaling that he's set and ready to go. 1:46. Man in motion far side, back to pass, screen pass set up for DJ Smith. He's got the catch, and he's got the first down. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line. Doesn't go down easy. DJ Smith, again, powerful runner, manages to work his way to the first down marker.
And I'll tell you what, Jake Erdman was downfield because the ball was thrown behind line scrimmage in high school ball. You can do that. And he really created a problem for Sartell to come up and make that tackle. And Kevin, I think, is going to call a timeout here.
We'll return to Jim Goda Stadium after this break with 1:23 to go in the first half of play. It's Moorhead 14, Sartell nothing. Rain Battle makes the catch, and he heads to the sideline, and he tiptoes his way along. He spins and turns and twists. Out of bounds, first down at the 20-yard line.
Wow, what a run. And all he did is he just ran a little outcut, about 5 yards, outran one person, broke 2 or 3 tackles, then had the presence of mind to get out of bounds, which is that's a nice heads up on his part.
And the Spuds are in the red zone as they hope to improve on a 14-0 advantage. Clock will start with 1:14 to go here in the first half. As they break, DJ Smith will go wide to the far side, tucked away just inside of him. Owen Theolgis, Jamison Dunlap out there as well, the 3 receivers. Here's the snapback, rushes on, and he pushes it off to the near side. And they're going to be looking for an intentional grounding, I suspect, on this play. And there are some rules that go into effect here. You can bring us up to date.
Yeah, and I think they're going to call it he pushed that thing with 2 hands. But the problem, he's outside the tackle box, which is fine, but the ball has to cross the line of scrimmage when you throw it away. Otherwise, it becomes intentional grounding. So I think we're going to see a flag come out here.
From our viewpoint, he did not. Yeah. There he signaled him that he has the flag.
He's got the
and
flag.
He's going to throw it, and he did.
And he did.
So that penalty against the Spuds moves the ball back for intentional grounding.
And loss of down also. Yep, loss of down too. So, and they had to discuss it because, everything's going on, but you could see where the ball landed was nowhere near the line of scrimmage because he was running backwards because
that was key. That was key.
Yep.
So the ball has been moved and put out onto the field of play where the Spuds have it at the 33. And they reset their offense. 3 receivers to the far side. Rain Battle all alone on the near side. All alone in the backfield, Jet Feeney. And again, he's rushed out of the pocket, but he gets loose. He leans, he looks, he throws, he's got his man. And DJ Smith was there, still struggling to gain forward, but he's losing ground on that one. He had 4 people he was trying to carry along. And finally was wrapped up and brought down by Jamison Kramer of Sartell.
That was, that was pretty
heads up, wasn't it?
That was really heads up. He started to scramble. All of a sudden, he sees DJ about 10 yards downfield and throws a strike to him. And then DJ is strong. And they never did get him in the ground. They had 3 guys around him. And Will Mathiasen was the first one there. And he just kept pushing it forward and never did go down.
They again have an administrative delay.
They're trying to decide if he's across the line of scrimmage or not when he threw the ball.
Right now, the yard marker is at the 33, line to gain the 10.
So this loss and down because they called it, what do you call that? He was over the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. So that's going to be yardage going back the other way again. And that'll be loss of down, so it should be 3rd down.
Yeah, the line judge there is signaling everybody to get out of the way and move back. Get back upfield where you belong at the 38.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way considering they're at the 20 a little while ago.
Again, the first down marker, line to gain, is the 10. 3rd down. And
he fell out of his stance.
Yeah, big offensive lineman tried to get, or defensive lineman tried to get his arch in place to move forward, and he lost his balance.
Yeah, he did. He lost his balance.
Fell right into the encroachment zone.
Yeah, and they're taking him out.
Yeah, we'll come back later.
Oh, that was funny.
He's going to, if they're not smiling about it now, they will a little bit later.
Yeah, they'll talk about it in the bus.
In fact, the teammates aren't going to let him forget about it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that'll be a razzing point. There's no doubt about it.
32-yard line Spuds. First down marker, the 10. 50 seconds, and here's the snap. Jet Feeney all alone to the far side rolling. And then as he tosses, he's got his man wide open. He was waiting and spotted the play. And Jamison Dunlap comes up with the catch and at the 11-yard line, very close to the first down.
That's real close. And I tell you what, again, nice job by Jet. He's rolling out like that. He's being chased. Then he just stops, and Jamison stopped in the hole there, and he just threw it. And then Jamison's got such great speed, doesn't he?
And that is a part of the game that has developed nicely for a ninth grade quarterback in Jet Feeney to be able to recognize and be in sync with his receivers. Here's the handoff left side, and they are looking simply for the first down.
And get it.
And very close. It was 4th and about 2. And this tells me that they didn't make it.
Yeah, they're short. And that was a direct snap to Cade Allmendinger again. That Jet was standing back in the pistol. They went direct snap to the running back who was up tight. Nice job by Sartell there of getting some penetration, and they stopped them a yard short.
And they'll bring it out just outside the 10-yard line for this. Bemidji and St. Cloud Tech battling to a tie as they approach halfway. 21-21 the count there.
Wow.
35 seconds remaining here. The winner of that game will head to Alexandria on Saturday for the semifinal play. This snap back is taken. It's simply a drop down to the knee and let the clock run out, and we will watch it do just that as they will head into the locker room here in a moment. Nobody's going to rush away just in case the other team decides, no, let's keep going here. But no, that is not the case. And so with that, the time is running short before we head into the locker room. Counting down from 14, the Spuds have said yes, that's the way we're going to play it. Sartell is already set and deep, and they're ready to head into the locker room. And we have put one half, and everything that scored came in the first quarter. And as we take the break at halftime, it's Moorhead 14 and Sartell nothing.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just did it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Well, the Spuds and Sartell Sabres had kind of an inauspicious beginning to the game tonight. Moorhead kicked off, and on Sartell's very first play, threw an interception.
Yeah, threw a halfback pass that got intercepted by Owen Thielges, and that's not a great way to start for the Sabres, but you know what? Nice start for Spud defense.
And then 4 plays later, the pass to DJ Smith put the Spuds on the board.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that was a nice play on that one too. And DJ, you don't realize how fast he is too, because he outran people to the corner.
There's some pretty good speed on these youngsters that play football from Moorhead.
There really is. You watch Jamison Dunlap, and you watch Rufus Kermey.
Yeah, they all have great speed. And Tay Rich, probably the fastest of them all.
Yeah, Tay can go too, and he's only a 9th grader.
We're seeing a lot of that. And then the second quarter just settled down, and
Yeah,
Sartell was in position a couple of different times.
Yeah, they have
Couldn't
been.
make it work.
Nope, and they're playing pretty good defense right now too. They're taking some chances. They're blitzing a little bit, and that's been disrupting the flow of the running, mostly the running game. And Moorhead has been doing the same thing. They like to run that little inside zone play, and Moorhead's been shooting B gap linebackers a lot, and that's something we haven't seen a lot this year.
And the other quarterfinal game, St. Cloud Tech and Bemidji tonight. Bemidji and the Tigers are all tied up at 21 as they go to the break. And the winner there will head into Alexandria for semifinal play on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Spuds here have a 14-0 lead on Sartell, and the winner will take on Brainerd on Saturday. So that's the setup, and we're into the playoff season, and every moment is a huge moment as the high school teams battle it out. And tonight it's Moorhead and Sartell at Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead. We've got a news and weather break coming your way next. You're listening to the Spuds on 970 WDAY 93.1 FM. As the teams are in the locker room at the half, it's Moorhead 14 and Sartell nothing.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and back-dragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spud's Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Themselves formidable in that first half. Just in one category alone, in the interception department, they had 3 of them.
Yeah, they got 3 interceptions, and 2 of the interceptions had come off trick plays. That first interception was a halfback pass that Steele just got, and then the second one he got in the end zone was also a halfback pass, and he picked that off in the end zone, and he was trying to get out of that end zone and going about 102 yards.
Yeah, we've seen combinations of short fields. We've seen combinations of long fields here tonight.
Yep.
We've seen combinations of swing plays, not terribly crafty plays, but something resembling a crafty play that would maybe turn the game around as long as it's run accurately.
Yeah, as long as they can get it there. A lot of formations by Moorhead, and you'll see that sometimes Coach Feeney has to call timeout because the formation's set up wrong. And I can see that happening even this time of year because there's just so many different things these kids got to learn.
You've brought it up over the course of our time together watching Sartell year in and year out. At the end of the year, don't mess with them. They're ready to play.
They're always formidable. They always are. I've always said, God, we don't want to play them late in the year.
So with that, Moorhead will get the football as the Sabres line up for the kickoff here. Getting set and ready is Baylor Stebbins. And he got a good lift on it and sends it to the 11. Here's the return to the 25. Rufus Kermey. He had a lightning bolt come down at about the 30-yard line. And all of a sudden that stone wall went up and it stopped in a hurry.
Yeah, he thought he saw an opening and he was just getting up to speed. And all of a sudden 2 Sartell guys came up and they stopped him dead in his tracks on the 30-yard line. That was a nice tackle.
So the Spuds with a 14-0 lead starting the third quarter, and they go left to right. There's starting to be some wetness in the air. I don't think anything severe, but along with the breeze that is blowing and has been blowing and it will continue throughout the course of the evening, it will affect the feeling of how this game is played. And don't know that because of the fact that you get on at the game and it's all underway and you kind of forget about some of these little annoyances like weather.
Yeah, like weather, wet stuff. And first play of the game was Tay Rich went right up the middle, picked up about 5 yards on a wham play.
2nd down and 5 coming up now. The line to gain the 39-yard line. Moorhead leading 14-0. As they break huddle, they'll come wide near side. The man in the slot, DJ Smith near side. And Owen Thiel just is lined up in the slot. Man in motion out. And another penalty issued here for false start.
Yep.
Moorhead made a movement with their receiver, and I think he stepped forward out of that in-motion play, and that's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and he went forward just a little bit too soon, and you know, the referees are always quick to pick up on that.
Well, it's so obvious. I mean, it's so
really
visible.
is.
It's so visible.
Yeah.
So the penalty moves the ball back to the 29, and from there it is 2nd down and a full 10 yards needed. As they take a look again, that movement, and here's a quick screen set to the near side. Just did pull it in. I don't know that he made the catch, but apparently so. It looked to me like it might have hit the turf right in front of him before he made the catch, but they're not going to rule that, and so it stays as a completion and a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, just a little screenplay they do, and I don't know how Rufus Kirby. Somehow he got his hands underneath it because that was a low ball, and then still picked up 5 or 6 yards.
Out to the 33. Spud's breaking their huddle, and they bring DJ Smith to the near side, short side of the field. Lining up. Getting adjustments made all the way along. Tay Rich goes wide out far side. The play goes up the field, and at the 40, the first down yardage is gained, and a couple more after the catch. Rain Battle is there for the reception and the run, and he was taken down at the 43, and that brings up 1st down.
I tell you, that was a nice catch, Larry. He was lined up on the left side, ran a slant pass, and then he just kind of slowed down when he saw that little opening there, and I tell you, he put the ball right on the money, and then he's strong when he runs. He picked up 4 or 5 extra yards after that.
Early 3rd quarter just underway. After the Sartell kickoff, the Spuds have moved the ball out to the 43. Here's the screen pass set up and a quick jab step and then run. 1st down and more. Sideline and runs out of room. There was an angle. The defensive back had just enough angle on the play to be in the way as the play was run up along the far sideline, eventually out of bounds, and that's where the play stops.
Yeah, that was Rufus again, Larry, and just running that bubble screen on the left side. Sartell's safety read that perfectly, came up. Rufus just made a little sidestep and avoided him. Then he took off. Boy, it's like a bolt.
All the way down to the 29-yard line where the Spuds, with a 14-0 lead, will have a 1st down. Wide receivers to the near side, 3. Man in the backfield behind quarterback Jet Feeney. Here's the toss for Rain Battle. He makes the catch, and he struggles forward inside the 25. His forward motion somewhere near the 24 before he got lifted up and spun around. And Schmidt, again, he's had a handful of tackles tonight for the Sartell defense, Schmidt. And at the 24, it is 2nd down.
And he is so strong when he runs. He had 2 or 3 guys hanging on him, and he still pulled him for about 4 yards, just running that little bubble screen, you know, and they've got 2 guys out there. Moore's got 1, so he had to take the other guy on by himself.
Opening drive of the 3rd quarter, the Spuds have worked their way inside the 25-yard line. And a simple handoff to Cade Almendinger. He breaks 1 tackle, and he ran into a stone wall. Nearly pushed the stone wall out of the way, but the play is enough for the 1st down. That's all the Spuds are looking for here on this play.
Yeah, and nice job by Almendinger in that they ran the power play to the left side. He got right behind that pulling guard, stayed with him as long as he could, and then he runs so strong too, and he got the extra yards he needed for the 1st down.
Tay Rich in the backfield. He lines up directly behind quarterback Jet Feeney. 3 receivers in a cluster near side. Snap and the quick toss. Here's the catch, and he dodges 1 tackler. Still on his feet, scrambling.
Oh, my.
10, still on his feet, and down at the 1-yard line.
Rufus.
Oh, my. Rufus Kermey is making a name for himself here in the 2nd half.
And again, I feel bad for that Sartell safety. He read that perfectly, and he's so quick. He caught the ball. He's got a jump step away from that, and then he's got such great speed that they think that they can corral him. All of a sudden, he's downfield.
So after the play, it is a first down gain. Spuds are threatening to score here on the opening drive of the third quarter using a lot of valuable time clock. Adjustment in the backfield. Jet Feeney takes the snap and he looks to the far corner, and it just did get away. He had an angle on it. He went up to grab it, slipped out of his fingertips. Owen Thiel, just the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yep. And all he was doing was running a little fade route out there, and Jet got it out to him fine, but that was a nice play by the corner to get his hand in there and knock that away. He had it for a second.
7:27 remaining third quarter. Spuds have taken the third quarter kickoff and are in a situation to score. Receiver left, receiver near right side. Snap is back for Jet Feeney.
Oh, he
and
fumbled.
The ball is loose, but he managed to run right after it and get it under control. Kate Allmendinger handled the handoff, but recovered in time to keep it under control. And that brings, and that's the kind of situation that has helped along this Sartell defense throughout the evening.
Yeah, just a little mistake like that, and now instead of 3rd and 3, you've got 3rd and 5 because he lost yardage on that after the fumble.
Line of scrimmage just outside the 5-yard line. And the play will get underway after this timeout has been granted. And we will return to Jim Goda Stadium with 6:53 remaining. Third quarter of play. It's Moorhead 14, Sartell nothing. Out of the timeout, Moorhead at the 2-yard line. Here's Jet Feeney rifling one into the outside corner for Owen Thiel. He is there just before stepping out of bounds. Pass complete, touchdown good.
Boy, what a nice throw too. And all Thiel just did was he ran an out cut. He was the inside twin. The outside twin came underneath him. So it's almost like he picked off that corner and the ball was thrown right where it had to be. And that was a nice throw, nice catch for a touchdown.
And the point after try for Keegan Cronin. And the approach there is up and the kick is good. Keegan Cronin converts. 6:49. It was a hard job ahead for the Spuds, but they score. 6:49 remaining in the third quarter of play. It's now Moorhead 21, Sartell nothing. Here's the approach for Moorhead's kickoff. A short kickoff is returned out across the 25 and up near the 30, struggling to move forward and down finally at the 33-yard line. So Moorhead scoring to start the second half and lead it now 21-0, and on the ensuing kickoff, the Sartell Sabres will put their offense on the field with a job that just got a little bit tougher to climb uphill.
Yeah, with Moorhead scoring like that, and really Sartell hasn't done a whole lot on offense.
Here's Lar and the play to the near side, and Mathiasen on the run. He is met and driven down. Again, there were 3 Spuds in on the tackle. And you mentioned, yeah, that's right. The Sartell offense has not put a lot of big numbers up on the board. They've been just enough to kind of establish field position, but haven't been able to score yet.
Yeah, and you know, they run the ball, and they're pretty good running the ball, but they don't throw the ball, you know, very effectively.
Wide receivers now to the near side for Austin Lar.
Wow.
Spuds again come up with a strong. I wonder if Caden Garlock didn't handle the direct snap on that last play.
I think he did.
So they're mixing up the quarterback situation.
Yeah. And nice job by Jack Olstead on that side again. They tried to run that little toss play to the outside, and he just from his linebacker spot came through and stopped him for no gain, actually. Nice read by him from his linebacker spot.
3rd down and almost 10. Shotgun formation. Oh, the snap is back, and the Spuds are there to knock it away. He thought he had a chance.
Rain.
He had it. Thought he had it. Did not. It knocked away and Ron Otto was over there to help out.
Otto.
Yeah, Ron Otto.
Yeah.
But that brings up 4th down now, and it's time to punt.
Well, Moorhead got good pressure on him too, so he had to throw that ball a little bit quicker than doing. They were trying to set up a screen pass on the left side, and I'm not sure who it was that came in. I think it was Jake Rosslin came in and got to the quarterback. He had to throw it early.
5:20 now showing, and so it's 3 and out for the Sabres. Here's a snap back. Spuds will set up the return, and there's the catch made at the 38. Tries to get to the edge, cut upfield, at midfield, to the sideline, right out of room. Owen Theelges, he, with a bit of authority there, puts the ball down at the 46-yard line, and it's 1st down. It's in Sartell territory.
I tell you what, he's playing some inspired football tonight. He's going hard, and the guy that was trying to tackle him out of bounds, he pushed that guy off him and out of bounds, and wow. But now we got.
Oh, there's another penalty.
Yeah.
And marked off against Moorhead. They'll take it from the Sartell end of the field and put it all the way back up near the 45 is what it appears.
No, 30.
Oh, it's all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's a spot fall over here.
Oh, we missed that.
Yeah, it was a legal block in the back.
And that's another trend that we've seen,
yes.
illegal blocks.
Yeah, and it's too bad. That was they would have had a sudden change there because he went out of bounds at about the plus 45. Now they're back at the minus 30.
And so without the Spuds scoring on their last possession to lead it 21-0, we'll get the ball back with 5:08 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As he takes a look, Jet Feeney fakes the handoff and drops the pass off to a wide open flanker. Standing there all alone waiting for the ball to get there. And it slipped off his hands and falls to the turf incomplete.
That's too bad, and they had that set up just perfectly. They were running the thing to the left, and I can't tell what that number is.
No.
I don't know I think it's Jake Rosland.
That's what was going to be a guess for me too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, and he just kind of peeked up field before he caught it and dropped the ball.
Spuds now at their own 30-yard line, a 2nd down play. Here's a quick swing out to the near side, and he takes a dive for it. Yes,
wow.
The catch is made at the 36. DJ Smith is there for the reception, and it is a big gainer, but leaves the Spuds with a 3rd down conversion try now, needing 3 yards to do so.
I'll tell you what, he laid out for that thing. That was just like a deep out that he ran, and we couldn't see the catch because it's on this sideline, but he was parallel to the ground when he caught that ball. Wow.
Line to gain the 40-yard line as they take this 3rd down snap from the 38. Quick inside handoff, and the offensive line does its job. He's on his way. Does he have enough to get all the way? He is at the 10. He is at the 5, and that slow down at the 5 was just enough that allowed Sartell to come in over the top, make the tackle, and bring him down. Tay Rich showing off.
Cade.
Oh, Cade Allmendinger.
Yep.
It was Cade Allmendinger running it all the way down inside the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and all they did, run that wham play that they like to run. And at time, he broke a tackle of the linebacker, and then he was off the races. And just didn't quite have enough speed to get there. But you know what? First and goal from the 4 is not too bad.
He can take that. Most offenses will be happy to do that.
I think so.
Yeah. Clock underway inside of 4 minutes remaining. Spud's second possession here in the second half. Have built up a 21-0 lead as they wait for the snap. Jet Feeney had to reach for it. Now he picks it up and throws it off to the and it's deflected away, incomplete. That was troublesome right from the get-go.
Yeah, the snap was a little high, and they were trying to run like a boot route. He got flushed to the right, but all the receivers are on the left, so he just threw it away. But he did get it across the line of scrimmage that time.
That helps. 3:38 with time ready to start on the snap. 21-0 Moorhead with the lead. Looking for a trip to Brainerd on Saturday for a semifinal play against the Warriors. DJ Smith and Owen Thiel just wide out far left side. Running back in the backfield pistol formation. Here's the turn, the handoff. Follow the blockers.
Tay Rich.
Into the end zone for Tay Rich. And the Spuds tack on 6. So the drive set up and then converted. Tay Rich with the touchdown scamper.
You know, and that's just like a little outside zone play where they zone block up front. And he never stopped his legs from moving. So when the first contact was made, he was still churning his legs, and that was a great job of getting in the end zone by Tay.
Time of the score, 3:33. Here's Keenan Krogan with the point after. It's up and it's good. He has been dead bang accurate here tonight. And so with that touchdown and point after at 3:33 remaining from the third quarter of play, it's now Moorhead 28 and Sartell nothing.
Same day.
Play coming inside the 3.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Spuds have just scored on their second of 2 possessions in the third quarter and lead it now 28-0 as Rain Battle continues to add on to all sorts of categories that he gets involved in a football game. This one is a tackle, a wide open tackle to put the play down.
That was a good read for him too, because they ran that counter play back to their left side. And he stayed back, and then when he saw where the counter was, he stepped up, and after a short gain, just nice job of reading that from that, basically that safety spot that he plays.
That put us inside the 3-minute mark as the adjustment is made off to the far side for Sartell. And then a quick start. Now the play is called. False start is the call. Andrew Tavali was making his movement. He made one movement, then he turned around, went the other, and then just leaned forward enough to draw the penalty, and a 5-yard shot there moves the ball back.
Yeah, he didn't time his motion very well, and then but the problem is that when he turned around the wrong way. You can't turn forward.
That puts the ball down at the 30, and from there it'll be a third down situation. And there they make the change. It is a second down situation and 12. Second down and 12. As we await the snap. Back and looking. Lining it up and throwing. He's got picked off again. This secondary from Moorhead is lighting it up with interceptions here tonight. That is the 5th time that Sartell has thrown the ball away.
And that was nice. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out who it was. It's Vaughn Solomon. And he just stayed back in that hip pocket. Quarterback just kind of just didn't have a lot of zip on the ball. He took off, and wow, they got great possession now.
Vaughn Solomon with the interception. Pushed out of bounds at the 30. Play for the Spuds from there already with a 28-0 advantage, and a little over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. It was 14-0 at the half. The Spuds have had the ball twice and have scored twice in the third quarter, and now looking to go 3 for 3. As they line up, tight end off to the far side. He'll lead the blocking there as Jet Feeney looks to the end zone. He's flushed out of the pocket and in some trouble, but gets the pass away to the near side. Again, he's making sure that he is outside the tackle box and he can throw past the line of scrimmage and all of those rules that go into play. That's a lot of stuff to keep track of.
It's a lot of stuff to keep track of. But he got flushed out really quick by the defensive end on that side. And that guy was really tall. He kind of had to sidearm that to get it around him because he was in his vision. But again, he got flushed out the wrong direction when all the receivers were the other way.
2:10 remaining. Wide receivers to the near side for Moorhead. Here's the run. Tay Rich on the carry inside the 25, inside the 20, rolling along down near the 17-yard line.
And again, just running. They run that wham play up the right side, and he stayed right behind what I call the wham blocker. That's the running back that's lined up with the tight end. He comes inside and gets on that linebacker, and he just kept working his way outside and kept moving. And that was a nice run and great job up front by the Spuds.
1:49 and clock running here, third quarter. It's been a quickly played third quarter as the Spuds break their huddle and come wide out near right side. The tight ends shift from right to left. Here's the snap back. Jet Feeney rifles one to the near side. He's got his man at the 10-yard line. Catch is made. It looks like Owen Thiel just on the reception. It is the catch. Thiel just is there for the reception, and it's not quite enough for the first down. A gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, just ran an out route that time, and the ball's thrown behind him a little bit, and he couldn't quite keep his feet to get going afterwards, so he kind of slid in for a 7-yard gain.
1:06 remaining. Clock is underway here in the third. Spuds are threatening. Wide receivers far side. Let's see what Jet Feeney has in mind. A quick toss. He's got the screen set up, and then it slipped away from DJ Smith. He had his hands. He was already running before he had complete control, and it slips away.
Yeah, I tried to run that little bubble screen again to the left, and he was going to come inside. And, it's easy to peek sometimes. If the ball's not quite there and you peek to see where you're going to go, and he had to wait for the ball to get there, Larry.
Quick huddle for the Spuds before they step up on third down. Here's the handoff, and they powered it off the left side of the line, and the pile continues to move along. They're going to spot it down somewhere between the 8 and 9-yard line, and that will not quite be enough. It brings up a fourth down play now for the Spuds.
Yeah, and at Sartell that time, they took the linebackers and put them in the gaps. So when Tay got the handoff, there was not a lot of movement up there. And I think he was fortunate in as much yards as he did. That was a pretty nice defensive stance by Sartell.
Just a yard needed, a strong yard at best, and they'll have to put the ball in play before the end of the quarter to avoid a delay of game. Man in motion to the near side. Here's Jet Feeney.
Wow.
He tosses one into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jagan Prosby.
Jagan Prosby is right there. He came out of his position in the flanker, turned around in the end zone, looked up, and there it was. two-hand grab, touchdown scored.
I tell you what a neat play. They brought a guy in motion, and like they were going to run the jet sweep. That caused the linebackers to step up, and when Drayden just got in the end zone, turned around, and Feeney threw him the ball. It was a nice play.
Now the point after try. It's on its way up. And that score by Krogan is good. And we'll return for the Moorhead kickoff with 7 seconds still to play in the third quarter. It's now Moorhead 35 and Sartell nothing. Haran comes up with a stop on special teams. He's made a living in that area throughout this football season, and that play, the kickoff, is returned to an empty clock. We'll start the fourth quarter when we return. After this timeout from Jim Goda Stadium, after 3 quarters of play, it's Moorhead 35 and Sartell nothing.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Now we start the fourth quarter as Sartell runs it off the side, and a gain there that puts the ball down at the 38. And Sartell will now face second down and 4.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that. That was just a straight dive play. Just 5 guys blocking 5 guys and trying to get on the linebackers, and they pushed it back pretty good. They got nice, came out the ball real nice there.
So on this third down play, handoff, and check the quarterback situation for Sartell. And Alex Bird is a sophomore. Alex Bird, 5'11", 150, 10th grader, has taken over at quarterback here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Moorhead, they've made some changes. They've been running different defensive linemen in and out too, trying to get everybody a little playing time.
That's that point in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and it's 35-0. And this is the time when players have a chance that hadn't been playing prior to that. We got nearly, and we do have some movement now along the way, as Andrew Tavali made a little jump move. Then the Spuds made their little jump move, and somebody's going to be assessed a penalty.
Moorhead, 5 yards for encroachment. And it's almost happened. What happened to Moorhead was the guy, he kind of jumped, and then he fell forward out of his stance, just like the other fellow did for the other team earlier.
So Sartell breaks out of their huddle, and they come up. Caden Garlock goes out wide, far side. Alex Bird, now the quarterback, hands off.
Counter.
And the counter goes off to Andrew Tavali. And Tavali works his way to about the 43, and that's where the play will stop.
That nice little counterplay they ran. And again, the back did a good job of getting up inside there, and Moorhead's Tate Lynn came over from his linebacker spot to finally make the stop. That was a nice scrape by Tate, because I thought he was going to break that thing.
We haven't had a chance to say his name often tonight's game, but over the course of the year, Tate Lynn has been a steady performer at that linebacker.
He really has been.
Here's the handoff, first man in, a little play action there, and then the play is dropped after just a short gain. Prosby comes in on the stop for Moorhead. Mathiasen on the carry.
Yeah, and Prosby is playing that linebacker spot right now, Larry, and he came inside the defensive end between the end and the tackle, and was able to make first contact on that. It was a nice little blitz, little C-gap blitz there.
1 yard gain sets up second down and 9. Clock underway, just about 9 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter, 35-point margin belongs to the running clock. To the far side, nice angle forward. Jameson Kramer pulls that one down at about the 39. Charlie Stengham comes up and makes the stop.
I think he's just short, isn't he? Yep,
a whole new
just short.
set of players coming in, and not quite enough. The ball located just inside the 40. The line to gain just outside the 38. So about 1.5 yards is what's needed here for Sartell. Moorhead puts up one-on-one coverage, and then the play to the line is slowed. I don't know that they got stopped, and here's the indication now.
He just got over.
He just didn't make enough yardage, and the chains will move on. The signal has already been given. And again, Jonah Horan comes up with the stop.
Yeah, and that time, again, just a straight dive play is all they're running. They're not pulling anybody, going straight ahead. And nice job by Horan coming up and making that tackle, and that was darn close. He barely got over that mark that he needed to get to.
And so the chains have moved. And play will come near side for Sartell. Handoff, first man in, nothing to the right. Juke step to the left and step forward. Mathiasen again comes up with the carry for Sartell and puts the spot just inside the 35.
Yep. And they're just zone blocking that. They're running that inside zone, and I tell you, Moorhead's doing a nice job. The defensive linemen are kind of holding their own there, and then the linebackers are able to come up and make the tackle.
Tavalli lines up just outside left tackle, and he's there to block as the play comes down to the turf, and a quarterback sack. Spuds with heavy pressure coming in on the backside of the play.
Javid Carlson.
Javid Carlson comes up with the play.
Yep, and he's playing on that outside linebacker spot on the left, and he just didn't take the fake. Quarterback was faking it, was going to go play action, and he just came up around the corner and got him.
6:40 now showing. Spuds with a 35-0 advantage. Sartell on the drive. To the near side, and again, the Spuds come up with a gang tackle style of play. Javid Carlson again comes up with help. And the numbers mounting up for Javid Carlson in his departments tonight.
Yeah, and he's backside on that, Larry, and they were running basically a power play to the right, and he came all the way from the other side and made that tackle. That was pretty impressive. That's a big fourth down coming up here.
Again, to keep you up to date, we're waiting for further score updates from Bemidji as they play St. Cloud Tech. That game was tied at 21 at the half. And that's a quarterfinal game with the winner moving on to Alexandria. The winner here in this quarterfinal game will move on to the semifinal play to take on. Here's a pass knocked away nicely. Intended out on the far side, but incomplete. Winner playing. St. Cloud Tech is leading Bemidji 35-33.
Oh, my.
And Tech struggled this year. There's no question about it. You look at the record.
Yep.
And they had but one win, and that was over Sartell.
But they're ahead of Bemidji?
35-33.
Wow. That was a nice fourth down stop, Larry. unfortunately, I couldn't see what the guy's number was that knocked it away.
5 minutes remaining.
Mason Miller's playing quarterback.
And there's the play. To the right side and struggling forward. He got loose. One step more. One step more. There's the penalty flag for face mask, and a second penalty flag for face mask as well. As he reached in an effort to stop the play, got to hold his hand up in the face area. And with that,
Madison Sua.
Sua on the return. Face mask against Sartell. And it is a first down for the Spuds.
And it's going to be a 15. It's not a 5. It's a big one.
They'll take it from the spot, which was the 49, and they'll march it off from there and take it down inside the 40 and mark it at the 36. So the Spuds have a chance now. From a little bit deeper in territory as Mason Miller comes on to finish up this afternoon and evening. Miller on the handoff. And again, here's a nice run. Here's a nice run. It's on its way. Madison Sua is in the end zone for the touchdown. Madison Sua. Oh, my, he's got as much speed as anybody else.
Oh, my, yeah. I haven't seen that before with, well, I guess on a couple kickoffs because he's been back there. But again, just ran a little inside zone play that time, and he made an unbelievable cut when he got into the backers and froze that backer, and then he showed great speed and outrun everybody to the end zone. That was nice.
And the point after try. Keegan Krogan takes his steps back off to the side. A placement is made. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:21 now showing in the fourth quarter. It's Moorhead 42, Sartell nothing. Here's the approach by Krogan all the way inside the 5, gathered in at the 4, and here's the return. Tripped up and brought down. Great open field play. It wasn't a smash mouth type of tackle, but it's on around the ankles. He's not going anywhere from there.
No, not at all. And this is a nice job, too. And I'm not sure. I can't see his number, but he made a nice diving attempt. And, you know, when he gets to ankle, then you throw that ankle into the other one, and then the guy stumbles. That's a nice play.
Inside of the final 4 minutes here. Spuds have just scored and lead it now 42-0. 3 possessions, 3 scores here in the second half. Long count. And the play comes on the near side. Nice hole opens up there. Still struggling along and finally working his way loose. Jamison Kramer. Kramer on the carry was 1 step away from breaking even bigger yardage, but was brought down at the 35. Let's mark him down at the 38.
Yeah, that's their longest run of the night, and they came off an outside zone play. And I tell you what, he's got pretty good speed too. He was just starting to accelerate and run away from people when he got tackled.
Flanker left side, flanker and receiver near side. Inside handoff goes to Kramer as he cuts inside the block and got a nice gain up across the 41 near the 42. Let's make that a 3-yard pickup, almost 4 yards on the gain.
Yeah, just running that same thing. It's almost like a sweep play, but they're not pulling anybody. He just gets outside around the corner, and he's got pretty good speed. And luckily, Moorhead was able to come up and make a good tackle. And Yvonne Solomon still playing that corner spot over there.
Spuds are trying to make a last-second defensive adjustment and are able to get the player on and off the field in time, just in time as Samian Kasim made his way to the sideline. And the play goes down across the 45, somewhere near the 46-yard line.
Yep, inside zone again that time. And tell you, that Moorhead's got all new young people in there. And the front four is doing a nice job of stopping that up when they try to run that inside zone, and then the linebackers are making the tackles.
Well, for the seniors, this very likely their last game on this turf. And I say that not knowing what would happen in a state tournament setting. It might be at a neutral site. But for now, they are the number 3 seed, which means they're in a lower seed than Bemidji and a lower seed than Alexandria, but still a higher seed than St. Cloud Tech.
Wouldn't that be something?
1:31 remaining. St. Cloud Tech would have to eliminate and get their win tonight, and then beat Alexandria. And that's something that few other teams have been able to do here this year.
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Play is stopped at the line of scrimmage, holding things up and preventing any further.
Ken Kuak,
yep, 6'4", listed at 310.
And he did a nice job of coming across the guard's face, and when the back tried to cut that back, he wasn't going anywhere because that's a whole lot of fella grabbing that back.
Again, the rotation of players. Everybody's going to have a chance to have their cleats on the turf here tonight. 44 seconds to go.
Fumble.
Ball is loose. Scramble for it. Picked up and recovered. Moorhead was there to make the stop and drive the play down and drive it back in a big way. And if they don't need to run another play. If they don't want to, Sua comes up with the stop. And see how anxious they are. Yes, they'll break their huddle and come up over the line. 42-0 is our count as Sartell takes the snap, very likely the last snap of the evening. As the play comes near side, up and over the top of the play, Quinn Tweeton is there to wrap up the play and bring it down, and that's going to wind us down, and the Spuds have moved on to semifinal play. We'll recap more when we return. Again, our final score tonight from Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead. Spuds 42 and Sartell nothing. Well, the Spuds and Sartell got off to a quick start tonight with the kickoff. One play later from Sartell was an interception. Spuds got the ball, and 4 plays later they scored. And it was quickly 7-0, just a minute and 36 seconds into play. And from that point on, it became a little bit more uncertain with Owen Thiel just making it 14-0. That was our halftime score.
Yeah, and Owen Thiel just was playing out of his head today. He made some plays both on offense and defense, but on offense, wow, the catches he made and the scores and then 3 interceptions for him.
That's my count.
Wow.
Owen Thiel just putting another touchdown up on the board early in the third quarter to make it 21-0. Tay Rich made it 28-0 near the end of the quarter, and then Dragon Crosby made it 35-0, and Madison Sua made it 42-0. So A lot of virtually the only duplication on here was Owen Theoges.
Yeah, and it spread it around. Moorhead ran the ball a little bit better tonight, which I know that's one of their goals. When he talked to Coach Feeney, and they know they have to run the ball. And those two kids, early in the first half ran real well.
So it's on to Brainerd as the Spuds will get ready to take on the Warriors Saturday. Do not know the start time yet on that, so check your local listings for all of that kind of thing. And we have a score update. Still playing, St. Cloud Tech 41, Bemidji 35. That is a major upset, I think.
I think so, too. I mean, not to take anything away from Tech, but that just surprises me.
Yeah, it did, too, because Bemidji has a very strong team. But, it's one of those things. That's why you play the game.
Yeah, that's why you got to play it.
And so with that sets up the scene for Saturday's semifinal play. Moorhead at Brainerd. And it looks like St. Cloud Tech, but we don't know for sure yet. They're still playing against Bemidji. Will be at Alexandria. For Jake in studio and for Kent McLeod, this is Larry Knutson thanking you for being with us tonight. From Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead, our final score, Spuds 42, Sartell 0.